What up? Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, man, I ain't done yet. I ain't done yet with this, man. Not yet. This is probably the last one, because open mouth insert foot. LeBron, that conversation with Pat McAfee was very revealing in ways that I don't think he understood or will understand until it's almost over. Like, you taking shots directly at a partner in the NBA, which is ESPN. But that goes without saying. This man has been disrespectful for the longest, and that interview didn't do nothing but highlight all this. So the first point I want to make is, before I get to the big one, to the biggest one, is he was saying that, he's glad because the way it is now, athletes have an outlet to express themselves and say things that they normally didn't say. And he's trying to, act like that right now, like now, due to the internet age, because that's what it is. People like me that's on YouTube talking out their opinions, voicing their opinions rather. But that just shows. That just shows he hadn't done his research. He really didn't pay attention. And matter of fact, he might be a little bit too young, but I don't think so. But wasn't Barkley outspoken? Isn't that how he got his job, kind of like? Because everybody knew about Barkley before the Olympics, but the Olympics didn't do anything but shed a light on what type of personality Charles Barkley was and what type of player. But the player came second because he was just so engaging. He was funny. He was out there in the Olympic Village and other places doing his thing, and everybody enjoyed him. So that's the reason why after he retired, he immediately went into TV, and it was a good move by him, great move by him. But Barkley was outspoken. He used to say stuff. Other players. Another example is when they asked they asked Dennis Rodman about Larry Bird in the 87-86 conference championship, Eastern Conference Championship. That's my Larry Bird. He said if he was black, he'd be another player. And they went over there and asked Isaiah. Isaiah co-signed it. Bad move by Isaiah. Check the video. But wasn't that outspoken? He incurred a penalty by saying all that. But that was another example of an athlete voicing his opinion. And they didn't start a witch hunt for him. I mean, they got Isaiah. Isaiah had to endure the media throng for that period. But other athletes have been outspoken before. This is not nothing new. It's just that in his case, he's not interested enough, or the aspect of his personality that could be are probably shielded. And that's the reason why he doesn't nobody's really dying to have a interview with LeBron James. If they are, they only want to talk to him to get ratings or whatever the case. It's not people. I'm pretty sure it's media people be like, man, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with this dude. I feel for you. I feel for you, Cat. Probably talking to another reporter. But athletes have been outspoken before. That's nothing new. Athletes have always been able to voice their opinions. It's just now, due to the influx of YouTube podcasts, about these sports that you hearing athletes that might have not been heard before are being heard. That's the only thing. Because look, Draymond Green, my man, I'm not gonna go that route. I'm gonna just say he's very delusional and ill-informed, whatever you want to use. but nobody's really wanting to hear his opinions, not like that. I mean, they have to do it because, and you know what? That's part of it too. The media landscape has changed, not only because of the internet, but because of times. So, I mean, like, what they're saying is, the only thing it is that they want people to say what they want to be said. It's not about listening to them and all this other stuff. It's what they want to, whatever they want to put out, that's what they want to put out. So, let's see. And let's get to this Kobe thing. This ain't gonna last long because, I mean, it's obvious, and if you've been paying attention, you know, like, this is not a surprise. But LeBron was jealous, and is still, and the man's been gone for a few years now. But LeBron has always been jealous of Kobe Bryant. One, because of his skills. Two, because of the relationship that he had with Michael Jordan. He's been jealous of Kobe. Him and Kobe didn't have no relationship. Him and Kobe didn't have no relationship after he came to LA. Kobe was an ambassador for the Lakers. And him being a classy guy, he went along with it. But do you really think, didn't that All-Star game show you, if he wasn't really trying to embarrass LeBron? Because that's what he did, and it's being glossed over. But if he wasn't really trying to embarrass LeBron, he wouldn't have picked him up full court and just basically, like, stuck to him like glue. During that game. He wouldn't have did that if he had any kind of respect for him. And LeBron talk about Mike having a relationship with him. Look, if he had respect for Michael Jordan, he wouldn't have pulled that punch. He wouldn't have pulled that move when they was at Miami Heat was playing Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets is well known, was on the bottom of the NBA Heat. They was in the NBA, still in the NBA ghetto. But it's whatever. But he gets a breakaway dunk and stares Michael Jordan down. Stares him down to dunk the ball, looking directly at him. And if it's been widely publicized about how Jordan takes challenges and all that, you could see how Jordan was sitting, how he was itching. He was itching to get out on the court. But he couldn't. He's old now. So, I mean, like, you know, but Jordan ain't thinking about LeBron. Jordan continued on with his life. You barely hear from him. So all this stuff about him and Jordan and Kobe, like, them two guys would never engage in a conversation or a relationship with him because everybody knows how he is. But, like, the way it is in the NBA now is that if you're not on the top, then I guess you have to go along with the public sentiment that he's great and all that. This man has played the same for 22 years. Actually, he's gotten worse. And then, two more things before I close out. One of them real quick. This whole Giannis thing could score 250 points. That wasn't nothing but massaging Giannis's ego, because he been ducking Giannis for the longest. So he thought in his mind, well, since I didn't play against him and I've been, avoiding him, I'll give him a great compliment. Giannis could score 250 points in the 70s, and that's going to lead me to my last point with this. He also goes into NBA players were not that smart back in the 70s. Yeah, they were. They were a lot smarter. A lot smarter. He could, if you want to talk about 70s, LeBron ain't even on John Havlicek's level. Look him up. Everything that they say LeBron was, John Havlicek was actually it. So this stuff is I think this is gonna be my last one on this subject, unless he does something else crazy, and who knows. But I think I got it all out of me. But yeah, man, just had to get that off. Coming at you with another one later on. Grandpa signing off. Peace.